Well, hello there. Super excited to be here with you all today. And today we are going to focus on a self care day for successful women. Let's do this, shall we? So let's talk about having a self care day. Do you all have one? Girl, if you don't, you definitely want to get one. And I already know what you're saying. Some of you are saying, well, girl, I got 50 million things going on. I'm working a full time job. I got kids, a household, husband, all this other stuff that I need to do during the week. And I don't have time for self care day. But girl, let me just tell you, you got to make time because if you don't take care of you, nobody else will. And what do they say on the airplane, that you need to put your mask on before you put on your child's mask? Well, this is your mask. This is your mask to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and really being all about, or well, really resting. Let's just talk about that. And that was really the first thing that I wanted to talk about today was taking the time to rest. Are you getting enough rest? During the week, are you getting anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of sleep? Because we need to have our sleep, one, to rejuvenate our bodies, to rejuvenate our skin, and in addition to that, to clear our minds, to release stress, to help us digest our food better. All of these are reasons why you want to take the necessary time to rest your body. And yeah, girl, I already know you got 50 million things going on, but you got to take time for you. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to do all the other things that you need to do for your family, for your job, for your community, your church. So make sure that you take the necessary time to take rest. Now, I know here personally, I can tell you, I got 50 million things going on just like you. I typically get up anywhere between 4 and 5. Just depends on if I got this great idea or not. Typically, those great ideas come in around the 3 o'clock a.m. If they do come at that time, I really try to quickly write them down and go back to sleep. I've learned that if I don't write them down, it's just like on me trying to remember, okay, I'm going to remember what I'm thinking about right now. So I really make it a point to write the stuff down and keep it moving. Now, in addition to that, I also make it a point to, well, before I get into that, let's talk about, we're still focusing on rest. I also make it a point to really have a down day. And my down day is typically on Sunday. So if I'm greeting at church, I will go to church and then come back home and just chill for the rest of the day. And I'm talking like literally veg out. I'm not doing any kind of work. I'm really just relaxing. And it's amazing to me that when I take that time to relax, I get really creative. I have all of these different ideas that are coming up on a constant basis. So I've found that rest has helped my creativity, me being innovative. So if you have something that you're working on or really want to put your creative juices to, take some rest, because I know I come up with amazing ideas when I'm not working. I could just be sitting chilling, or I could be working out. And I've come to the point that I've made it a point to have something to write down, because when those ideas come, I want to make sure that I document them, because once they go, they go. So make sure that you're taking that time for rest. You want to make sure that you have life harmony. And when I say harmony, harmony is just going to depend on what you got going on. For example, if one of your kids are sick, then of course you're going to be there with them, and then your work will shift. Or if you have a big project at work, then you're probably going to be focused more on work than maybe some of the stuff that you're doing at your house. But having that balance to know, not balance, but really having that harmony to know, depending on what's going on, you are going to be kind of going back and forth with the different things that you're responsible for. Have that shift, but again, making sure that you still take that rest time. You got to take that rest time. The next thing I wanted to recommend for your self-care day is to exercise. And I really don't want to say it's a day. I would hope that you would be exercising at least 3 times a week. Something that you can do maybe for 20 minutes. I know when I was working a corporate job, I was in charge of a particular line that was all the way in the back of the plant. So we would have the little golf carts that we would ride, or really drive down to the back of the plant. Typically, that's what people did. But instead of using the golf cart, I would always use that time to walk, to clear my head, especially as an introvert, knowing that just that movement and just that time alone to recharge myself is really what I needed. So make sure you're taking that time to exercise. exercise, even if it's just for 20 minutes, because it typically took me about 15 minutes to walk back there. I would check on the line, talk to the operators, find out what's going on with them, and then end up walking back. So make sure that you're doing that. If you can incorporate it before you go to work, possibly do it after work, or doing it during while you're at work like I was doing. Maybe do it on your lunch hour, or just have some recharge time where you got to walk to go somewhere, and just have that time to be able to really just recharge and just have time to think and release and think through things. Especially if you're introvert, you definitely want to have that time. The next thing that I wanted to share with you is eating. I know eating can be really hectic if you got a whole lot of things going on. Making sure that you have meals prepped. Maybe you can do your meal prep on a Sunday where you have all of your meals for the week. So just a matter of you heating things up, or possibly cooking some things in the crock pot, where when you come home from work, you don't have to necessarily start from scratch and cook something, eat something that's healthy, that would allow you to still eat well when you got there, because it's been cooking all day. So little things like that will help you balance out your time because of all the hats that you wear, but still allow you to be in tune with yourself and take care of yourself, because eating out a lot is going to put weight on you, and that's not going to make you feel good about yourself either. Because especially when we're in the business world, whether we're working for somebody or doing our own thing, we got to be in the right mind space to really achieve our goals, which it comes down to having confidence, especially when you're doing something that you're not used to doing. You got to have the confidence to step out of that zone of comfort and try some different things, because you'll be, as my father would say, dazed, glazed, and amazed by all of the different things that you learn and are able to achieve, because you're doing something different than what you did before. But the only way that you're able to do that is to be confident in yourself that, okay, you're not sure about it, you've never done it before, but you're willing to try it and make it happen so you can make it work. So these are some things that I do to have that self-care day. I didn't want to make it just a day. I wanted to make it a point that you kind of think about different times during the week where you're really taking care of yourself. I mean, you're taking care of your kids, your husband, your household, and all of that, your community, your church. But you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself too. Drinking water is really imperative, because water gives you energy, essentially, because if you're dehydrated, you're going to not be on point as you normally would be, because of being dehydrated. It makes you tired. You're not thinking as well as you normally would to come up with those creative ideas, whether it be for your business or someone else's. They're going to keep on point to where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do and who you're trying to help. So think about this. I know this is a little bit different than what I normally do, but I thought I would do something a little bit different, especially since it's International Women's Month, and I want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because we can't do what we're meant to do while we're on this earth if we don't take care of the body that we've been blessed with. So I hope that this was definitely a blessing to you. I also wanted to invite you to an up and coming webinar that we're having. It's called Love the Skin You're In. And it's centered around helping professionals let go of 5 common skincare myths that could be hindering them from their skin confidence. So if you're looking for ways to take care of your skin in a way to have better self-care, because when you put on your makeup, if your skin is jacked, it does not matter how much makeup you put on, is not going to be hidden from that. So make sure that you're taking the time to take care of your skin. And if you're looking to find out more about some of the things you thought were true but really are just myths, this would definitely be the workshop for you to shatter those myths and really walk in your skin confidence. If you're interested in that, you can type webinar in the comments, and depending on where you're watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube, it will definitely be in the description. So be looking out for that. Okay. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.